Michael Pryor, looking at the life cycle model within this course. So this falls under the internal analysis section of the strategic development model. So the organizational life cycle phases. As we look at this model on the screen in front of you, you can see we have the introduction phase, the growth phase, maturity phase, and then the extended product stage, or the demise of the organization. So where is the highest margin made for the organization? Traditionally, the highest margin is made at the disruptive stage of the life cycle at the beginning. This is because you're developing and introducing a brand new product. The next stage is the product innovation stage. You're starting to see some competitors come in the marketplace at this stage, and finally the margin will be reduced more as you hit the mature stage of the life cycle curve, as you have more and more competitors entering the market. And as you head down the right hand side of the curve, you'll see your margins decrease even further. So the three basic phases of the life cycle are market disruption, the design, manufacturing, operations focus, and then the marketing innovation focus at the mature stage of the life cycle. The final stage is renewal at the right side of the curve in front of you, where you have organic renewal, acquisition or merge with a new partner, or harvest and exit. So where is your organization on this life cycle curve? The one thing to remember is you can have a combination of these. So you could be at the line extension stage of the beginning of the life cycle curve, but you're using experiential marketing techniques to sell the product. So it can be a combination of a number of these different positions depending on the industry and the product and service you're offering. Then in terms of your industry, where is your industry on the life cycle curve? In most cases, you'll find the industry and your organization are on different positions within the curve. This next model looks at what target customer markets are within the life cycle curve of a product or service. The first section is innovators who are buying your product. The next is early adopters, then main majority or early majority, late majority, late adopters, and laggards. This model here gives you a better concept of who your customers are. The innovators are, wow, this is a really great product, it's terrific. The early adopters are saying, this is a brilliant product, we can see that other people like this, who are the same as us, we want to buy that. The early majority are saying, I heard Ashton Kutcher had one. The late majority said, I found one at Sam's Club or Best Buy, it was discounted. And finally, the laggards are saying, what new product? I don't need a new product. So question, who is your target customer? Is it an innovator who wants a brand new, unique product? Are they early adopters who have seen it arrive in the marketplace? It's got good reports from the innovators. Is it the early majority, the late majority, or the laggards? Which market space are you targeting for your customers? This next model really highlights the difference between a custom product and moving into commodity. So at the beginning, when you develop a product or service, it's really a customized, unique product to be successful. It's different from everything else. As you move up the life cycle curve, as more and more people buy the product and more competitors produce a similar product, it becomes a commodity and price reduces and margin reduces. But you need to be aware that as you move up this life cycle curve, it does start to become a commodity product. It's no longer unique. As you're halfway up the curve with the product innovation and application innovation, you try to change it to maintain its uniqueness, but eventually it will become a commodity. So to move ahead, you have to keep reinventing. The danger is slipping back and relying on marketing and line extensions only. So the life cycle S-curve line extension progression, as shown by this model, if you look at Tesla, you can see it started out with a unique electric sports car. They then came up with a affordable electric car, and then finally the new car they're introducing is a more affordable electric car. So this is really just line extensions one over the other. It's not really reinventing anything. It's just line extensions. And this is what you have to be aware of, the difference between innovation and line extensions. If we look at this model here, we can see that at the bottom of the larger life cycle curve, we have disruptive innovation. This is disrupting within the industry or simplifying a product. At the top of the curve, you have a market maker who is reinventing an industry and generating new strategies. In the white boxes, halfway up the curve on the left, you have a company which is reactive, re-engineering processes and continual improvement. And then finally, over the right-hand side, you have a company that's reaching the end of its life cycle. It's got to restructure its portfolio, downsize, sell, or partner to move on. The other thing to be aware of is that the example of life cycles, not all life cycles are a common bell curve. They form different shapes and different timing. So for example, item C on the bottom, that could be the phone industry. The phone industry moves through its cycles very fast and can move through in a matter of 3 to 6 months with new products coming out all of the time. Whereas other industries, you have different curves, peaks and valleys moving through. So you need to identify for your own organization, your own industry, what type of life cycle curve relates to your industry and your company. The next thing to think about is going back to the customers. The customers who are innovators and early adopters, their primary focus is wanting new technology and high performance. If it doesn't perform 100%, that doesn't kill their need for the product. Whereas if we move to the early majority and late majority, those customers want solutions, convenience, quality, and reliability. So there's two complete different types of customers. One is technology focused and performance focused. The other one is solution focused, quality focused, and reliability focused. And you need to be aware of, again, what type of customers you're targeting. In between both of these types of customers is a chasm. And it's very hard to move from the left-hand side of technology and performance across to reliability and convenience, because the customers on the right-hand side want to make sure it's working 100%. That's what they're interested in. And again, as you move further on to the late majority, it's more about price and performance. So there is a chasm where you have to fix any issues or any problems on the innovator or early adopter side of your curve before you can move into the main majority. Again, looking at the different models, which one of these models really reflects what your strategy is in your current organization? Are you reactive, continually moving in a circle, continual improvement, continual re-engineering of your existing products and services? Are you disruptive, continually innovating within your industry and simplifying the process or bundling? Or are you a market maker where you're reinventing the whole industry and regenerating strategies? And one would hope you're not at the bottom restructuring after you have reached the end of your life cycle. In that case, you'd need to merge, form an acquisition, or find a new partner. So which is your model? for your organization or your client's organization. So question, how fast is your organization progressing through its life cycle curve? What does your life cycle curve look like? So what plans are in place for transitions from one level to the next and one customer segment to the next? So those are the questions for this segment.